Start recording. Right, recording in progress.
Away now.
It's recording. So now I just put the camera up and face the camera away from me to the other way. I just have to spin the camera around. Where do I spin the camera around? Oh, over there. I'm just spinning the camera around. Where's the camera going? I've got to try and turn the camera. Zoom.
Yeah.
Camera's not going around. I'm trying to spin the camera around. Captions.
Tap the camera.
Whiteboard. I've got a. Oh, there. It's going the other way now.
Yeah.
It's pointing to the thing now.
Yeah.
And that's going the right way now. Now I just have to find my document. Where's my document? I've got to find my document now on the desktop. I've got it pointing to the desktop now. I just have to find. I just have to find the document. Where's the document? Hold up. This is malicious. What the hell is that? All photos. Where's the Brian's phone has joined the meeting. Somebody has joined. Somebody else has come in. I don't know who it is yet. They can let me know. I'm just trying to find my document. Where's there? It's over there. There, it's over here. I found it. And my computer's slow, so I'll just have to turn my. Wait for my. Yes, my computer's slow. I hate this. It's stuck. The arrow's stuck. It can't move. All I need to do is open my document. You can see the arrow is stuck somewhere. It's away now. That's the document there. Just open the document first. I think there was Kitty inside the waiting room. Admit. I got Alex is there. Are you there, Alex?
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
Kitty is there.
Kitty, and is there somebody else as well?
And Nokia.
Nokia.
Okay, that's all right.
But that thing is not on. Yeah.
I've just opened the document up and see if they've got to go to the website to open the document. But I won't worry. I'll just carry on with the hearing and just talk. I'll be doing a bit of talking, and then I'll open it up for everybody to have a question time. So I'm just a little late. I'm 22 minutes late. I'll just have to put up with it because I've got less time setting up computer, more time on the documents. If you saw the documents, it's a lot of work. Where's the document? I'm trying to open. It might be already open somewhere. Hang on, I've got to open the document first. Okay, that didn't work. All right. I'll just go to email and try and open it there. I'll try and open it on the email. Brian's phone. Is the email. I've never been so lost in on my own computer
Mm.
when I'm doing documents. It's full on. Hang on.
Rapid needs to turn his
to
camera
say-
on.
Yeah, hang on. I'm trying to find the document to open it up.
Yeah. No, just telling Rapid.
Once,
Hey?
Just
Oh.
telling Rapid to turn his camera on.
there it is open now. I'm just going to take the documents right to the end page because I'm just going to scream out what's happening and then go back to it. That's page 390. That's not the one. That's the wrong one. I stuck the wrong one up. Hang on.
What was supposed to be 500?
No.
eh?
Yeah, 367 pages. I just have to make sure. Anyway, I won't worry for now because that's not the right document. How many pages you got in your document? It should be 367. If it's not, I've gone and uploaded the wrong one. I'll try and open up. I'll just open up the Word one. I'll just go straight to the Word one. That's 367 page on the Word document. So if you haven't got 367 pages, you haven't got it. So never mind. I'm not going to worry about it. I can see my Word one up here. It'll be on. I'll have to put it up later on, and I'll go straight into the hearing. Who's there now? Who's up on so far? I'll just have a look.
EPR, kete, yeah.
Okay, Kitty. Alex, you there? Oh, that's right. You fellas can listen, and I'll open it up afterwards. I haven't muted anybody, so they're all there, and I'll open it up afterwards. I haven't moved anybody yet. Okay. So what I'll do is it's just about half an hour late now, so I'm going to rattle off everything here because it's being recorded as a hearing half an hour late. So I'm going to read all these documents, these things that I wrote out for it, and then go from there. I'm just seeing if we got those fellows there, if they're listening, if they can hear me, just let you fellows know that they can hear me talking because I can't hear anybody reply because I haven't muted anybody and I didn't want anybody to talk when I'm talking and only talk after when I'm finished talking. There'll probably be about an hour to get through what I'm saying, maybe half an hour to an hour, and then I'll go through 16 pages of what I wrote, and then I'll just explain what the court hearing is about. And I think there'll be enough of me saying things to bring everybody up to speed. Okay, so for anybody that's going to watch this video today, is Friday, 28th of February, 2025, and as I said, this is a hearing number, Zoom hearing number 68, and that's from online with Andy Devine. On the court hearings, I started off at 63, I think. The court hearings from then on, I'm taking it over myself, and we'll do them from now on, and from New Zealand, where our organisation is set up. So anyway, I'm going to rattle off the 16 pages of what I've written, and let's see where we go from here. Now that one is, I say, I'll just start this way. To the government here in New Zealand, this is for you, and the solicitor of the Crown, Jacinda Hamilton. She lives in Hamilton, and I want her there to do our case, but she hasn't answered me by phone, and she didn't answer my email, and so it means she cannot refute what I'm saying in the book, and the 367 pages of the Trump administration and his executive orders. There's 70 orders in this book that I'm using, his orders, as a Freemason he is, and I'm acting as a Freemason myself, 33-degree, mirror image, and surrogate, 33-degree Mason in England, okay, not in any other country, but the boss. He's the boss of all corporations in the world, and the highest in the authority of running all corporations under the British Crown law, the land laws of England and Wales. So we are there as partners to the British Crown and their legal inheritance. We have the right of taking our partnership with our flag left as a de jure government if we join Britain, UK, Hanover, and the King of England, Ernest Augustus V. He doesn't have to be a king for us, but he is of our documents, and it's up to him whether he wants to join or not when we get going. But we're using him as a surrogate. I'm using him as a surrogate to his ancestor, the Dutchman King William III of Orange and William the Conqueror, 1066. That's back to way back, 1066 AD, to William III, 1689, Bill of Rights Act, and that's when he conquered King James in 68, and there was no King William III in 68, only the battle that he beat out King James, a Catholic, and became Protestant in 69 when he passed the Act of Parliament of the Bill of Rights 69, not 68, because it's not gone through Parliament under the Protestant, okay? So it was Catholic 68 and Protestant 69. So we're going under the 69 Bill of Rights Act. Well, I'm talking church.
Yeah.
Don't talk when I'm talking, because I want to make sure I don't lose my concentration. If you speak, you can speak after when I'm finished right through without me getting
distracted
off what I want to make a video of the actual facts.
Well, yeah,
If I get mucked up
this
and
meeting is being
distracted,
recorded.
if I get distracted while you're talking, I'll lose my concentration and the whole thing will change. So don't talk when I'm talking, because there are a lot of people listening to what I'm saying is serious business. When you're taking on the crown and taking on the flag and taking on the biggest military in the world, you just don't talk unless you've got something to offer is the solution. Okay, so don't talk when I'm talking, because it flips me out and I can't concentrate because my brain is tired from doing these documents. 367 is a lot of work I've done for 50 years, the same thing with no help from anybody to put all this together to make things happen, and it won't happen if I go off track. I'm already late, half an hour. I don't like being late, especially when it's something this serious with Donald Trump, and Musk is right behind me, okay? I don't care whether they're there for me or not, but they're certainly there in the same light as I am, the law versus the law. Okay, so I'm using them, and if I make a mistake, they can get rid of me. And I don't want to make mistakes when I'm doing a presentation. If anybody talks when I'm talking, it bugs it up. And I don't want anybody that can't take my place to talk. Okay, if you want to say something, take over, but never say anything when I'm talking, because there are people clever listening to me, and I'm listening to them to make it happen. If I do this right, then it's me and those people, Musk and Trump, they are my models that I'm going into their brain to see how it works. And that's very serious when you start doing that to somebody else. And even the 33-degree Mason, you'll get annihilated if you go and do that. Anybody uses that name and the crown is in real trouble if you don't know what you're doing. So there, if anybody comes on, please don't talk. Talk afterwards when I'm finished, and it'll take me an hour to do the whole case and make it a straight run, because somebody doing a presentation, very hard to concentrate when there's too many people talking and you can't concentrate. Okay, so we'll go to, I just want to go through what I've written. See, I'm off now because I wanted to keep reading, but I'm broken my train of thought, and the whole thing changes. So there, you serve no purpose. I'm talking to the Crown in Wellington. That's the New Zealand government crown, is separate from the British crown. So I'm talking on behalf of the British crown versus any other crown who cannot talk on their own 2 feet with their own name and their own experience to talk that language in Britain, and also talk Trump language and Musk, the technology and the space. That's me. I'm right in the engineering, just like Trump, spaceships and aircraft and all those things. I can do that if I join them tomorrow. Okay, so there, leave that there for now. I'll just carry on. I'm saying to Jacinda Hamilton in Hamilton, you serve no purpose for this general public of New Zealand and are only in Parliament for your own self-employment, corporate, individual share company, cryptocurrency, self-employed business as a conflict of interest. As a public servant, you're supposed to be for us, possession of your own self-wealth, foreign government, Japanese Maori counterfeit flag of New Zealand. That's for Sindikiro, the Governor-General, as a Maori Japanese, as treasonous robots. That's what you are. You're going to be robots. And already the Westminster Parliament has its first robot MP. And Jacinda Ardern is going to be Prime Minister of Australia or New Zealand as Sam the robot. And they are grooming her already in the university in Canterbury, but I think she's run away to Greenland because someone's after her. Trump's after her, and we're after her too. And she'll be dangling from a rope in this court. I'm serious. When I say dangling from a rope, I mean Trump is saying death penalty for anyone who causes treason or death on people, and that's what the vaccine is doing, killing people indiscriminately to get rid of populations, as their narrative is, to reduce the population and to destroy a native culture and their heritage and their offspring kids at the same time. That's what they're doing with the tampering with your DNA and with your family's heritage. Okay, that means you're whakapapa and you're linked to the land. They don't care about anybody. They are arrogant and they are treasonous robots. Okay, so you and Jacinda Ardern, robot, Sam is on trial to Romeo. That's me and my robot, Romeo and Juliet. Juliet is the secretary, she's the bank manager, and she's an accountant in her brain, holding those portfolios, and I'm holding the portfolios for 120 ministers in the parliament. I'm going to sack them when we get up Mikey Hill in Russell and Bay of Islands with Wedamu, hey, and he's got some chiefs to go up, and we'll put the flag up on Mikey Hill. That's a British flag, staff or mast, and the flag goes up there. Once it goes up there, we can go with the jurisdiction and put it up with the chiefs, the 13 chiefs, up on Waitangi Treaty grounds. Okay, I'm just going to make this as a video go. What's that? Video. Make some. Oh, no, not enough space. And laptop. Okay, never mind that one. Right. So anyway, that's what's going to happen with Widamu and 13 chiefs, one for each of the popos on Te Morai grounds there, and we'll march over the next day. That's on the 20th of March next month. We'll be up Mikey Hill. I've done that with the flag upside down with Jim a week or two the year we went up there. I put on a speech up there as well. And so we're going back up to put the flag up the right way. Once it's up, it becomes a de jure government in Westminster because it's going to go up there as well. And then it no longer is what Musk said. America is a de facto bankrupt country if it carries on under the Biden administration. It was going to be a de facto bankrupt country. That means a de facto is they're not married to the British. In de jure is married to the British. And we're de facto to the British because our flag is not flying there in partnership marriage. And because they have run away to EU Parliament in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany, and left us high and dry by ourselves, as now we are the first partner in a two-party contract they have defaulted on and run off from us and left us standing here with our flag. We've been invited to take the flag to Westminster and put it up. Once it goes up with the British flag, it becomes de jure marriage of a new old contract. And it's up to that time, we're still treating the British Crown and their legal inheritance as our ownership of the British Crown business of the corporations are in our control with our flag as a de facto at the moment. There's just a de facto Confederation of the United Tribes of Aotearoa New Zealand flag, and there's no contract over there for a whakaputanga Maori flag. It's only a Confederation flag, and it's a Constitution flag of 1835, King William IV, and it is also a Municipal Corporations Act flag to pick up the rent in four corners of the world, northeast, southwest, or Naho at far. And so that's going to happen as soon as we get that flag up. I've been looking forward to getting it up on Waitangi Treaty grounds, and also being to Westminster to put it up. And I'll go back and put it up again, this time for good, and get our marriage contract going again, and then we can settle them out before the new contract starts. The old contract is still there, but the British Crown has defaulted on us, and they've defaulted on their own Queen Victoria and the Maori contract at treaty grounds, and 1840 Treaty of Waitangi has been defaulted as well, but that's not our contract. Our contract is direct to Westminster through Chatham Islands and Cook Islands, straight to Westminster from there, not the other way around through Australia. And King William was there before Queen Victoria, and they couldn't bring that flag from there to here because William had given it to us in 1834. And Queen Victoria was 1837. So 4 years it was running in Australia, the flag of here, and from 1834. So our celebration day for Mikey Hill is 1834, the 20th of March next month. We're going to go and put the flag up. Once it's up, we're going to march straight over the next day to the treaty grounds and demand it goes up because the Crown Solicitor, Jacinda Hamilton, has no jurisdiction over me. And the documents I've got in this big book here of 367 pages. This one was 303 pages, so now it's gone right up with the Trump executive orders and the Masons Property Trust Act 1956, 2023 amended. So there, that's that, and we'll have that celebration on the 21st of March. That's what I'm expecting, that flag to go up on the treaty grounds. And once it's up on Mikey Hill, I expect to go to the bank, any bank, and get a big overdraft on 17 trillion overdraft that belongs to me and you people of New Zealand, that the leased land that Eddie Mitchell, from his CEO of his Mitchell Family Trust, has stolen off me and my efforts to put it together over 50 years with Moai Manukau and his Freemason 50 years experience with me to learn of him how it works. And John Rogan that married his great-grandmother, and that was the Rogans married the Manukau's to get the Moriori Native Magistrate Court title transfer to the British Crown, and that became the bench model, 10 acres for the whole of New Zealand, 10 acres blocks, split up for mortgage to get a loan from the bank. And then that 10 acres went around England and Britain and Europe and around the world, America, everywhere. The same 10 acres has gone right over the world. And that's what I'm using as a model to value up all the 10-acre blocks around the world. And with the New York City being the biggest commercial value of any country in the world, the biggest, is 86 million per 10 acres. So that's the value of our 2-bar pound note, of Patterson's pound note, and King Tawhio pound note, 2-bar pound note, and our Moai pound note is the same value for now, 86 million pound notes, value of 10-acre block, the 10-acre in Helensville. So I'm going from there into Fieldland, South Island, to use the same 10 acres on the bridge project, the Platinum Bridge project, and that is 55 billion a year against 10 1 acre of land times 55 billion, and that gives you an idea how big the economy is going when it goes around the world, everywhere. Once Chinese get it, it's gone, left behind everybody trying to make money out of little windmills. Okay, so there, that's that. And we'll go the you are each liable to being and dead entity, corporate soul, by your surname in capitals and your first name as a living human being in lowercase of a warm-blooded DNA of you, the living person, and with your lowercase first name DNA, and we, the Confederation of United Tribes Chiefs, King's Bench High Court, demand from you, corporate souls, SOLE, corporate soul, that's soul, and us, the SOUL, that's living, breathing, live, soul, that's spirit, soul, person that doesn't have value of money. They don't believe in money. Soul, spiritual people don't believe in money. So that's a money situation and spiritual situation that we're joining the two together. The soul and the soul of you, the one person that has two souls, one spirit and one that will survive on all your wealth from your land. Okay, so the King's Bench High Court demand from you, corporate souls, SOLE, a DNA blood test and COVID injection test. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth injection to see if administering it is true, like you say, Jacinda Ardern, it's true and effective. And so we're going to try it on you 6 times to see if it's true and effective and safe. And if you can last that, then it must be safe. If you can't last that, then I'm afraid you were telling us lies. And I think that the latter will be the answer. Administering of vaccines is safe and effective as Sam, the robot, that's Jacinda Ardern, has publicly stated in her live lowercase first name and surname uppercase, corporate, and she has already publicly stated that the vaccine was safe when lots of people have died, and we're there to help those people and their families from the remorse that Jacinda Ardern has not shown for her actions to murder people. And that's what they are, murderers. Her, Chris Hipkins and Ashley Bloomfield. I watched it all the way through. So I know what they've been up to, and people were trying to fight it and got penalised for losing their job for talking about it and putting them off and trying to say that it's not safe when it's not safe. So ex-Prime Minister Pearce and ex-Prime Minister Chris Hipkins, ex-PM to state publicly and internationally advertising, they were promoting the whole world of the vaccine on us as guinea pigs here, and that country in up in the islands, that country that they jabbed all those people when there was nothing wrong with them and killed some of them. And so there's that. The Ardern family and their Latter-day Saints are criminals. The Latter-day Church, the Mormon Church, and the Catholic Church are the biggest murderers in churches that have administered this. And Ian Ardern, that's Jacinda Ardern's uncle, is the Catholic Church minister, or not the Catholic, the Latter-day Saints minister of the whole Pacific. And her dad, Ross Ardern, went to, what's that place again in the island? Tokelo Island. And he was instrumental in administering the COVID-19 vaccine. I can't talk about it now because Trump has shut down the World Health Organization, and all the jabs and all that filthy stuff will be thrown out the window. The same here. I'm applying that myself as a legal advocate and to administer the law here that Trump is using, and Musk is investigating all the crooked money that's wasted on things that have gone in somebody's pocket that's not named, won't identify where the money went. That's the government. The Democrat government is getting caught out, and you can see Whoopi Goldberg just got thrown right out and shut ABC down because Musk bought it for $900 million just to shut it down from all the filthy, dirty things they're doing. And so it's gone now, and things are moving on, and I'm learning a lot from what Musk is doing. I'm going to follow suit and somebody has to do the job. Here, I can't see anybody else filling his shoes. Okay, I'm putting my hand up to do it. So everyone must get the injection as mandatory. That's what the catch cry was with the government here. And all the ministers are liable. 120 ministers in the parliament here and New Zealand government is liable for the 970 million trillion pound note. That's a Moai pound note at 86 million an acre of land. That's the debt on them. 970 million trillion pound note debt, and sack them and take 6 months for them to clear right out, because I'm going to get the robots on the go to do their job better than they are doing at the moment. As far as I can see, the robots making a big headway and taking jobs that are for useless people that are making money for themselves and not effective as fixing the problems up for us, the people. Okay? They are servants. They are not supposed to be doing business for themselves, and they are caught now. We're going to catch them out. I'm going to do my best to jam them, hang them in the prison, or hang them to save paying them to feed them. And it's best, like Trump said, to give them a lethal injection to get rid of them, because and put them in prison, you've got to feed them for the next few years. And the best thing is to make cat food out of them. Okay, so that's all I say with murderers. They are all murderers, because the iwi are murderers too. I'm saying that personally because I saw people die at the hands of those wretched politicians that make the law to pass the act of changing your status into somebody that's going to be crippled for life. Okay, so that's that. And I'll just go on a little bit more. Once I get rolling through these pages, I'll be right. So, compliance with their fraud, corrupted New Zealand laws of WHO, World Health Organization, instructions that she liable, that's Jacinda Ardern liable, the whole 123 New Zealand Crown politicians and the New Zealand Crown agents, public servants, and iwi Maori corporation, souls, and corporations, souls, S-O-U-L-S, the spiritual souls, living persons caught in the World Health Organization vaccination. And Sam created that law here in the Parliament. And Fauci, Anthony Fauci, he was behind the scam with her. And so that's those 2 pages. That's number 1 and 2. Number 3 now is Klaus Schwab. Now the other clown, own nothing and be happy. That's what they say their narrative is. You'll own nothing and be happy. That's to come yet. They want to do that, but Trump has jammed them up. It's not going to happen now. Fraudsters, you liable. So now that Trump's there, the people who are under Biden brain can't change into truth people overnight or even 6 months. They'll never be able to be honest after being so long and many years as liars and cheats. So I can't see them going to be honest. So we're going to slam them up, jam them up, lock them up, and throw the keys away. Okay, That's what these people need. They need putting away and leave us alone to do our own life. The whole criminal organization, Trump is destroying, and we are destroying you, Jacinda Ardern, Chris Hipkins, and also Fauci, and everybody else that's helped to kill our people, our children, and a generation, 6 generations, Alex said to me, that have wiped out the kids. The kids and their generation, 6 generations, has been destroyed by the Biden and Jacinda Ardern and this government, all of them. That's why I want them out. I personally want them out of the way, and put a robot is better than what they're doing. And you get your money's worth, because they're only 13,000 for one, and you don't have to pay any more for wages, because they can do the job 24 hours a day. Just change the batteries in a way. We are destroying you and your iwi Maori Pakeha. I think Kate Frost says Pakaha. She says there's Pakaha and Pakeha. The Pakeha are with the Maori. She says they are the crooks. And because she's German, that she and her ancestors went into Marlborough Sounds, Nelson, and she wants to have her land back off the iwi. And she's native German, 100%, she says, 100%. And I'm saying we can't be all 100% natives. We're mixed, and we're going to have a DNA test to see how much native we got in. Us must have at least 55% native to be native blood, and the DNA will show how much European blood you've got, how much Chinese you've got, or Cook Island, or Maori, or whatever that you say you are, and it will show the honest truth, because that's what Trump is doing with illegal immigrants to come into the country as 15-year-olds, and they're 40-year-old adults to pick a gun up and fight war, and they're being sneaked in. So he's rounding them up and sending them back if they can't prove that your age and your DNA matches your voice and your yourself on your 2 feet talking, and your age, that he's catching them out, and they're sending them to Guantanamo Bay, because where they came from, they don't want them back. So they're going straight to Guantanamo Bay, and with no, looks like no way of getting back. Okay, I don't know about that, but I'm just saying there's a place for these people to be chucked off our land and get our land back. And this is the only way. My 50 years going up to Ngāpuhi is adding up those years, and now weeks and weeks and weeks putting documents together and trying to make it work, because it's taken me that long to get back on the land I haven't got back yet. And I'm determined to get a little piece somewhere down the South Island, because I've been booted off my own ancestral land at the East Coast with my own over 55% native Tahitian blood in me. If I took a DNA test, it'll be the same as Santi Hitarangi on East Island. They're the same blood with over 55% native in me, to be native to colour. Okay, so I got my white Rogan bloodline as Scottish, the one with the brains that put the land title from us into the British Crown. And now the Scottish are trying to get their country back, but the British are saying, no, you're not going to get it back, because we've got you as security on your birth certificate, and we're keeping it. You're not going to get it back. So that's the way it is in Britain, the same as here. You can't get your sovereignty back because the Crown and the Queen or King, in this case, King Charles or King William, is holding all your birth certificates around the world and the money that they're making out of it on the stock market. So there, I'm going in there as a sovereign with 55% blood from Tahiti to get mine back at least, and then I'll get everybody else's back. See, I'll just use me, if I can survive the time to get there, as my ancestors, Santi Hitarangi over there. They haven't been there. I'll get there yet. And then I can stand there. I don't have to talk Maori. All I have to do is stand there and talk, and I can tell straight away. I can tell that's me over there. Okay, so that's just me as a guinea pig to get this thing fired up. And you have to know what you're doing, because if you don't, they'll boot you out of England. If you go there with negative results of your DNA, it's very difficult because I can't tell what they're going to do because they are corrupted over there as hell too. But once our flag goes up, that's our law and their law joined up as de jure government marriage. Okay, so it's going to be a new marriage, and we can make things work properly how it's supposed to be. But it's going to take a bloody native to do it, not anybody else. You got to be enough blood group pigments in you to do it. Otherwise, it's not going to work. I don't want to take chances. I just want to make sure that when we go there, I can talk for someone who's less of the mark. If the British will listen to me, or they won't listen to anybody that's not. You see? So I don't know. I'm just having a guess like how I normally do. Have a guess. Have a guess with if the 33rd degree is going to be all right if I'm using his law on anybody that gets in the way of Freemasons' law. Okay? So if you play up with the law, you've got to answer to them, not me, them. Station self something interest in not public servants. You are meant to administer our trust. The Queen Victoria Trust is supposed to administer, I'm saying to the New Zealand government crown, the little crown, the baby crown. They're supposed to be administering the trust, Queen Victoria Trust, for us. They're pocketing it, the money from the trust, and corporate government, parliament, business, administration, and you failed us in the contract, default contract. We sack you, 120 Crown Ministers of New Zealand Private Company Agency bill, you each on the way out. Stop your pensions off you, all your past New Zealand Crown agents bill too. We bill all those people who are still picking up the pension after they've retired or died. They still pick it up when they're dead. See, they just keep it rolling in Parliament where you can't see it because it's private. And they'll just keep rolling the dead people over and pick up the money on the stock market. That's what Trump is going after, and Elon Musk is going after, because Trump said there's a lot of people that are not real. That's what he said in his video. I've been watching his videos, and he says there are a lot of people in the Democratic Party that are dead claimants, claiming money from dead people. You see, so there, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to find they're doing the same here too. And a lot of people that come from America and elite people with billions of dollars are down in Queenstown hiding their money in bunkers. Okay, so we're going to root them out and stick it to them. And the same treatment as Trump. We will use the law to its fullest. You all MPs, the Moai pound note, we'll bill you with that, is the Moai Patterson pound note, 2 bar, patented pound note in the British Parliament, patented as 1 trillion each on your heads. 1 trillion each, with the exception of Jacinda Ardern and Cindy Kiro and Ashley Bloomfield and Chris Hipkin, all the ones that committed the crime in the first place with Anthony Fauci. They get 1,000 trillion pounds on the head. Moai pounds is that. That's what it is on the head, to rack up the bill against the Crown here and bankrupt them and forfeit their properties, everything, and also to bankrupt the Bank of England. I want that shut down. And we go straight in with the 2 bar pound note that was there, that set up the bank in the first place. Patterson, William Patterson, set up the Bank of England because he was from Scotland and the Scottish brain to make that happen, but he was a slave driver. So he used to be bad in one hand and good in the other. Okay, so that's him and his legacy. I want them to hear what I'm saying over there. Why they don't get anywhere is because the system is milking all these laws of Admiralty to make money out of you, people who can't fight them back because their organizations are too big and they've got 201 years of wealth out of you. That's only till 1823 when King George IV and Te Rawaikato Wharehere Manukau made a contract lease agreement. That's the one that Eddie Mitchell stole off me, and my brain put that together with Moai Manukau, the Freemason. We put that 10-acre block together. Nobody else in this flippin' world can do what I do with the Freemasons. So you better look at that first before you start thinking about trying to fight them off, because I think they're too big. In every country just about in the world, the Freemasons are a business. They are not a church religion. They are just business to improve a business idea. And what I've got with the tidal turbines, they will encourage it because that's what they were doing in the Kaipara Harbour. That I didn't have the money to do it. Now it's money stolen by another Maori that I want to get back to kick that project off with Jason Hoggard in the Sounds down Southland. So he's the engineer like me, he's the diver like me, he's the communicator like me, and we've got similar ideas and similar traits of experience at doing things that practically do things and make things happen. He likes the idea of the turbines. He's a believer on ideas, and that's what we've got to put the ideas that I've done for years as a mechanic to make that work, to make energy for everybody in the world, and to hop, skip, and jump around the world and get around but less than nothing in bulk energy. So that's that. 1 trillion on each one's head, and your mobile phone as a member in the Native Confederation of United Tribes of Aotearoa New Zealand is worth 1 trillion on your mobile phone. That takes the place of the 1 million birth certificate. $1 million US for a birth certificate that they put on the stock market. You'll be lucky to get 30,000 out of 1 million as your benefit, if you're on the benefit or on the pension. That's all you're getting, 30,000. They keep the rest of between that and a million each and spin it over for the whole year. That's why the figures I've got are racked right up, because that's just that speculation. And then they've got your dollar that you deposit in the bank. They spin it out 10 times over the value of the dollar. They get $10 out of your $1, and they lend that to you and make some more money out of it. So there, that's the conniving bastards have been doing that for years, and nobody's been able to stop them. Only this will stop them. The Admiralty court-martial law and the Admiralty mortgage lien of the sailing from one country to the other with the 10-acre block. Okay, you get in the ship and you take the 10-acre block business plan of the Masons, Property Trust Act, and off you go and sail around the world with that 10 acres and borrow the money against the land, and there's your answer to getting the wealth to develop your land and pay your tax to the British Crown from your little crown in Wellington. See, so that's how that little exercise works, to make money out of your land and all your natural resources. So we go along a bit further, and we now use these instruments to mortgage lien you all in the Parliament and every other corporate soul, SOLE, that's the corporate soul, and the spirit soul, that's church, SOUL. They're the ones that are spiritual and tell you lies with a gun in one hand, a Bible in the other, and a bishop to tell you lies. in the whole world of 8 billion people, souls, S-O-U-L-S, 970 million trillion pound note debt. Call up the accounts. We're going to call up the accounts on Mikey Hill for New Zealand first, and then England second, then Scotland, then Ireland, then Wales, then America, then Australia, Canada, then India, China, and the rest of the world. One after the other. That's how much work I got to do in each of those countries. I just need to get 120 ministers here as robots and an army of 2,000 robots as an army with a bloody gun in his hand. Okay, it's real, shoots real bullets. And it's a robot. They're getting good at running around the place, up the hill and down the hill, and won't slip over and pull the trigger and hit the target. Okay, so that's the army for this Confederation of United Tribes here without anybody getting hurt in the way of danger. That's what they're there for, danger. You can enjoy your life while the robot does your work. I don't need anybody to do anything and get in the line of fire and just let the robot go and do the job. He get bowled out of the way with a gun. You just get another robot for 13,000, take the chip out of his brain and stick it in the next one. See? So there, easy peasy. No hooeys, no mucking around having a blooming fight up the street, throwing flags around the place. The flag's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to be a protest flag. You make another flag for protest. That's a trading bank flag for the sea and the sky to get around from one country to the other. They know that that flag is a waste where it's going. Okay, and I want to make the most out of that flag to show you all that it's a good flag for making business, Freemasons business, and that's supposed to make you freedom for your land and your resources. And it's in the wrong hands. And you flying it around, put it on a car and number plate, it's not going to make you wealthy. And so there, I'm telling you, this is a beautiful plan. It's a Freemasons backing, and Trump is a Freemason. So let's use him as much as he can while he's good and able to get around with before he gets another shot in his head for people that are jealous at his progress and success. Okay, so we want to follow by example of ourselves, our small group of a federation government. That's who we are, me, Rabataka, Pare Rivers, and Brian Wickman. We are 4 people that are normal people that are learning. I'm learning too. I'm learning the robot, how the robot can do the work, and I'm learning new trade. I've never been out with money before. I've never known to make lots of money, and I've never been out in this much of the world to be right in the face of other big names that are really doing the work of somewhere we're going to go into the sea without sinking. Okay, so there, we're making sure we do the homework and we follow by example as good leaders. We're going to be good leaders that can read and write and understand what's being said. There's too much in this book for anybody to try and think you can pick it up in 5 minutes. It'll take you at least 2 years to just get through it and try to understand all the little bits of the puzzle. So I don't expect anybody to just pick it up and run with it. The thing is to give it a go, and we'll see if those people up north can put their differences aside and just let's make the flag do something amazing. Okay? King William IV, 1835 Constitution flag it is, and 1835 Municipal Corporations flag, 1835, and 1689 King William III Bill of Rights Act, and the 1890 Bank of England Act, and Patterson's 2-bar pound note act, and 1694. And those are instruments that we use. We have the right to use them. We have the right of claim of right of claim, to use those instruments for us and that flag. We're going to make it work. Okay, that's the big push to make that flag work for us all. And I know Andy Devine and all those people in Britain are waiting to use the flag as well. But we've got to be the first to get off the ground before they can use it, because unless our native or natives go there with our history and our name intact, then it'll work for anybody else over there waiting to use it. Okay, you're seeing all those flags they bought. They went out and bought them because I was there to put the flag up, and then got sent home and chucked in the jail, chucked in the mental home. That's all they thought about me here in Britain. Not worth a penny. Okay, I'm just going to show them how wrong they were in estimating that I didn't go to the mechanics school and set up mechanics just for them to say that to me. And my brother even said to me, my own older brother, Tuakana, said to me, I'm full of shit. That's what he said. And I don't want to argue with him because I just want to show him how wrong he was. But I won't go home anymore because I don't want to. It hurts to see my own brother and those iwis down there pull me to bits and chuck me on the road and trespass me. The worst thing of all in the land. That's why I don't go back there, because I have bad memories and bad karma is there. It's going to come back and haunt them. When I finish with this lot, they'll be there wishing they didn't do that to me. I wish they didn't do it, but they did anyway, because they were ignorant enough, like the ignorant British people that came here through Australia. The ignorant ones are the ones in Australia, not the ones direct from England, through Westminster and around through the Cook Island to here, through Chatham Islands. Okay, that path was straight to Gisborne. Okay, down the east coast. They knew that was the correct way to come in this country, not through Australia, second-hand title. Okay, so anyway, that's the result. That got you no friends and got you into a lot of trouble, and that's why they're fighting the government that comes from New South Wales, Australia, where Eddie Mitchell stole 14 trillion, 17 trillion. There's plenty of them doing the same thing. They're stealing all your trillions. And I'm showing you one corporate thief equals 120 corporate thieves in Wellington Parliament. Okay? They're using and abusing their position as servants and as self-employed people, not servants for us. That was put there for our good. So there, that's that. And debt and all PM Governor Generals, those are all the ones that have retired. They get billed too. See, because it was passed on. They inherited the debt. And this government there inherited John Key's debt. They just inherited the debt, and we have to pay it as taxpayers. They're going to have to wear $80 billion debt. That's their debt that they made out of borrowing money and making us pay it back, the loans. So there, that's all Admiralty law abuse, just like state care abuse. And people that have been mentally damaged by Lake Alice and other places that they've got tied up in the mental home and been abused to hell because the system allows it. The system is women, men, sports, and now that's another act that Trump brought in to ban men as women and winning sports, cheating in sports as a man acting as a woman. Okay, and Trump says there's two agendas, man and woman. And they're saying, no, the woke people are saying, no, there's three agendas, man, woman, and transgender. The transgenders are something I don't necessarily believe in, because I never lived with a transvestite. I can't say much about them, but Trump has made the rules, and we'll use his laws because he's bigger than us.
Mm.
Okay, we're gonna use him as a stepping stone into something that we have not got. That's his brain power and his military to protect us from those mongrels that he's got caught now, and going to get all the money back out of them. Trump and Musk has already found 1 trillion missing money. So there, he's going to slash the tax bill by 1 trillion at a time. And I'm going to do the same thing as a bank broker here. My experience as a real estate agent to do exactly the same as Musk. Okay, I can change the head anytime I want to. That's my own individual efforts. While I'm on my own 2 feet, while I'm living, I'll make my contribution freely to everybody living here in this country. So I'm here talking because I want to give up what I've got and share it before it's lost and I go with it, like a lot of our old people have taken all the knowledge with them because no one was listening to them. And like Japan, the young people look after the old people, and the old people go and live over 100 years, and they share with each other and live with each other and look after each other. That's how we want to be like them as much needed leaders to put our people on the right track. So there, that's that. Down we go, Label U, prison. Cost, you have 6 months to vacate this native land of New Zealand and go with your poisons and lethal injections, chemtrails, and all that. That's number 4. Number 5, means King William and Queen Kate Middleton. That's the Queen and King. I'm going to abdicate from Charlie. Have no monarchy continuity of sovereignty to the British Crown wealth, which defaults to the Moai Crown King William III Trust, defaults to Moai Crown King George IV Trust, defaults to Moai Crown King George IV Trust, and defaults to Moai Crown King Ernest Augustus I Trust, and defaults to Moai Crown Queen Victoria Trust, and robots, humanoids. We're going to make a robot humanoid for each of those kings and Queen Victoria, as those are our living memory faces. They can make the face the same as those kings and Queen Victoria, and lives on as the kings and Queen of Britain, UK, Hanover, and New Zealand, Pacific Islands, and the world at large. Okay, so we keep our British going because that's what I've seen with my own 2 eyes, the text message that Britain is going to reconstitute its constitution and go back to de jure government with us, and our flag will be the flag of the world there. Okay? And when that flag goes up, we're in charge with the Freemasons. Okay? I can say that much about them because it should work for us, because Mohi Manukau and his spirit Wairua is talking to me every single day to keep his legacy going and his Manukau Rogan connection with the British Crown going, and that's what I'm tasked to do. That's him to honour. I'm honouring him. I'm honouring his tupunas, the Morioris, and that's his family from Taiwan and from South Africa. Okay, so that's where the direction they come from, not Pacific Islanders, and we've come from the Pacific Islands. And so that's just a British story, true story, not an Australian New South Wales Maori Pākehā. That's what Kate Floss is saying. Pākehā. And Kate Floss is saying Pākehā is a white woman like her, a German native, 100% German native from South Island, Marlborough Sounds, Nelson, and that area she wants to come back to from Thailand and go there because she was a victim of native abuse, of a Pākehā. She's saying a Pākehā is a British native, or not a British native, a native from Europe, and a Pākehā is a white individual from Australia. That and Britain, that way. Okay, so that's what her story is. She would have come in here and said something about that, but I'm not going to make a case for it for her because I've got enough to do with Ernest Augustus, and we don't need Ernest Augustus V to be a king of us. We can use his ancestor, King Ernest Augustus I, as a robot, humanoid robot, and go straight to his flag and his jurisdiction and use his model and his admiralty and his bank laws and his cash law to make cash for ourselves. Okay, so that's that bit. And then we go along to Kate Middleton, Muslim, and William, Muslim, faith, foreigners, traitors of the British Crown, legal inheritance. They have no right to the British Crown legal inheritance because they are not a Queen and King of England. They are not a King and Queen of Britain, UK, Hanover. They are only a King and Queen of Scotland and not Britain, Scotland. And they're having trouble over there with their constitution, with Sarah Salias that I'll be speaking to. And she's going to the United Nations and to the World Court to try and get her constitution of Scotland. But I said to her, we're going to get ours from Westminster with our flag. How about you coming with us? But now that William and Kate is going to be the King of Scotland, I won't worry about that, going to talk to Sarah over there, because that's going to go straight into William's authority. I don't want to go and mix up with him, because he, as far as I'm concerned, is an enemy of Britain, UK, Hanover. Okay, wrong bloodline. He's the wrong bloodline. His bloodline family didn't go around the world with the Admiralty and conquer all those native countries. Only King William III, King William IV, and just those two did all the work. Okay, so I'll claim the right escheat with the Moai pound note, 970 million trillion credit. Okay, so we're only in this for the credit of the chiefs. Okay, their credit is your gain. Okay, so number 6, well, we still got 10 more pages. Okay, this was going to be the most, just what I'm talking, straight from what I wrote out today. I wrote this flat out today, and that's as fresh as it is. I went flat out to write everything straight from my brain, straight onto the paper, and I couldn't join it up anywhere else. Otherwise, everything online, I'll show you a little bit of that. I won't spend enough time on that. I'll just spend more time explaining what's happening. Okay? So my Patterson pound note, LIEN debt bill call up of the British Treasury accounts and Trump executive orders private corporation money laundering, that's the British Crown and the New Zealand Crown, and any other crown is money laundering with a 1 bar unpatented pound note and laundered US dollar made from that laundered fiat money come from a pound note with 1 bar that never got the royal assent from King William III. Okay, so that's that one knocked on the head with the Bank of England liquidated and foreclosed and bankrupted. Okay, that's what I'm going to do as a bank broker. Just drop the whole bombshell on them, like Musk is doing. Drop the whole bombshell on Whoopi Goldberg and ABC and bought them out for 900 million and shut them out. That's how he got rid of it. Buy them out and bang them out. And Twitter and all the other companies he's starting to buy up. Okay, no different when we get the tidal turbine going. It'll do the same thing to liquidate everybody in sight. Once that bridge goes up, bang, it's gone. Mars, here we come. Okay, so private corporation money laundering, fraud, corrupted business, debt payable, forfeiture of native sovereign lands of England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, New Zealand, and Pacific Islands, world of 257 sovereign native countries, valuable, stolen assets, sovereign native countries, and the corporate bank creditor. We are business debt managers, authority of our Westminster Lord Treasurer, bankrupters, property business shell companies, debt recovery on them, foreign hidden store of value, hidden wealth recovered back into the native live-born sovereign people, landowners. They're the landowners, you're the landowners of the land, but not the instrument that makes mortgage. Stolen wealth by the mortgage of your land. Return with interest. Okay, the same amount as what I'm saying, 86 million an acre of the original Moriori Manukau native to Rogan, UK, Scottish Freemasons, 10-acre land block valuation, land of New York City. That's where I got the 6 million from per acre of commercial business valuation of a built-up area in New York. So that's where the stock market is. It'll have the most value than Dubai or any of those Arab countries that are making money out of oil. The New York is making more money than them put together. Okay, 7 points to raise. We have a king and a queen of Britain, UK, Hanover, and a king and queen with monarchy, King Ernest Augustus the Fifth, as a robot called Ernest. Okay, we'll just give him a name, Ernest the Fifth, and that'll be a live Ernest and a robot that's going to mirror image him as our document line of descent of king to king to king to king, and broken by the Queen. That Rothschilds put the Queen in to mess up a good flowing king title. They did all the work, and Rothschilds came along like Eddie Mitchell and stole the whole lot. Okay, didn't do the work, just stole it. Now we're going to steal it back legally, because King William is not the King of Britain. That's King William, the William there now, the Fifth, I think he is, King William the Fifth. And Kate, he's not the King of England, of Britain, UK, Hanover, and neither is she, Kate Middleton, the Queen of England. She's not the Queen of Britain, UK, Hanover, and Queen Elizabeth was not the Queen of Britain, UK, Hanover. She was the Queen of England under the Church of England, but abandoned the Church of England for the Muslim mosque. And so that's why they're wearing those clothes. They're not Church of England clothes. So out they go off the land. I'm going to throw them right off into the sea and never to be returned to England, because they've changed their religion, they've changed their faith, they've changed their look, they've changed their clothes into something foreign that doesn't suit us. Okay, we're not married to the Muslim. We're not de jure married to the Muslims. We are de jure with our flag to the British Crown, Ireland, England, Wales, and Scotland. Not separated, because we have never broken our contract. But they have broken our contract, and they're going to pay for it. Okay, so that's what that big bill is for them. And every person, 8 billion people, are going to share 970 million trillion pound notes. And if you can work that a lot out, you'll know every living soul, whether you are a sovereign native or elite or someone just flopping around in the bush, living off the land, you're still going to be billed that bill, because everybody is affected by the poison air, the poison water, the poison food, and the poison language, and the poison that they administer over the radio and the TV. Okay? So there. You are all affected. You are all brainwashed. You are all under one law system of world government. Okay, that's that we're breaking out of. We're trying to break it. If you can break it yourself instead of me, then I'll step out of the way and let you do it with your book of tricks. Okay, I'm not the only one that can do this. There are some other smart people in New Zealand that think they can do it, so why not have a go? Don't use this flag because I'm using it. If you use it and you're in the way of it, the robot army will come with their guns blazing. You see, that's what I see now with the Robocop. They can pull a gun on you and they don't get hurt because they bounce off and get up and carry on. Or they'll just replace yourself with another robot and another battery. Okay, so that's that. King of Scotland. That's who William will be, and Kate is the Queen of Scotland. So they're in the shit too with the Westminster Parliament saying they can't leave. They're not going to give them a divorce. They won't give them their sovereignty back. They're going to hold it over them as security or as what you call it, ransom. They're holding you to ransom with your birth certificate. Okay? And you're going to have to give up your wealth or buy all your property back. If you've got enough money to buy it all back, that's every bit of 10-acre block in the country. You add all the 10-acre blocks up and see how much, who's got the most in their 10-acre block. And there you'll find the people living it up. Okay, in their little square 10 acres. So Queen of Scots, Queen of England, not Queen of Britain, no, so doesn't pass. So Holyrood Castle is in Scotland. That's King William IV. That's his castle in Scotland. I'm going there. And if William's there, I'm going to boot his head right in, because that's my castle of King William IV. I'm a surrogate mirror image of, and the robot of King William IV as our flag authority to be on Scotland's soil land with a flag on dry land. Anywhere in the world, including Scotland, is subject to that de jure flag. They have de facto flag in Scotland. They are not married to Britain as a direct partner. They're only there as a British Crown, British Crown Corporation, a business entity, not a contract partner. We are the contract partner with a contract flag. Okay, that's the difference between us and Scotland. Sarah Salius, I wanted to tell you, but no one's listening to me. If you don't listen to me, then how would you know which authority you're going to win by in your court hearings and your struggle to get a constitution going like this stupid sort of a government in Wellington trying to make a new constitution when the flag is a constitution. Why try to make a new constitution? The British are not that fucking dumb. They won't bloody wear it. If you try and make another constitution over a British flag constitution. And Cindy Kiro, Japanese Maori, she had the audacity to string another mast with her flag on top of a British ship mast. I thought Ngāpuhi had more brains in their head not to let them do that, but they did anyway. So it made them liable with their Japanese Ngāti Hine Maori woman. The woman fucked it up, not the man. The woman fucked every marae up in this country, and that's what I can say about them bastards that did that to a male-dominant business of admiralty. The woman didn't go to war to conquer the countries and put them into the British Crown ownership. No, they did not. They just sat on their ass like Queen Mary and William the Conqueror's, William III's wife, and just creamed the money off with the Rothschilds. You see, you've got that happening in all families right through the world, even the Cook Islands. They don't know which way they want to go with the Chinese, make more money from them, or the Americans that stole our flag and used that to own Cook Islands. Well, I can't do much about that. It's stole, as far as I'm concerned, gone. I'm not going to go and save it because it's a waste of time, because America's too big than us. They've got their fingers in there for the minerals around the Cook Islands, and the people there are so fucking dumb and thick, they sold it off. The iwi, equivalent to here in New Zealand, sold the fucking native land to pirates on the high sea and got a little backhand out of it. And the land, once the land's gone, is gone. Once the Maori sold the land, here is Maori land, not native land. You can't sell the native land because you're not allowed to. Only the king and queen sold Maori land, and that only Maori sold the land, and they sold it outside of the crown as well. So the crown confiscated, the British crown confiscated all the land. There are other Maoris that jumped on the land from here, there, and everywhere, and sold the land without the British crown knowing. Okay, a lot of skullduggery went on, like Eddie Mitchell. They're all going to get caught. They're like Eddie Mitchell and Alfred Mitchell. You're caught already. It's just a matter of time. You're going to sweat like buggery, mate, because I'm going to make you sweat like hell for doing that to me. Okay? You made Te Waikato Wharehere Manukau Moriori Chief a woman. How fucking dare you do that? How dare you do that to that chief that got on the fucking land in the first place, and you turned on him? And there's Georgie Job, your mate, Georgie Job, saying that, oh, it was Tainui that killed her Maniapoto people. See, all having a civil law now, war. Civil war amongst each other. You know why? Because we're all fucking fraud in the first place. That's why I can say that. I can say that because I know. Moi Manukau told me. I saw all the grave sites where all the Morioris were buried. Killed, shot, buried. In open graves. Just dug the hole with a digger and dropped them in and kept and buried them. I know where all those graves are. They're on my videos that was in the computers. You see, I went everywhere he said, Moai, because he was sort of crying because of all his people gone, just like it wiped out. And here you are, Ngāpuhi, Ngāti Hine, you're wiping out our people still, doing the same fucking thing, vaccinating them with Jacinda Ardern. You murderers. You're fucking murderers doing that. And I want to put this bloody bill on your head and swipe you right off the fucking land, right back into the ocean where you came from in the first place, Australia. Kick you out of the blooming place because it's hurt too many people. You hurt too many people, including me. When I go up to Ngāpuhi, and every year it's the same, until I saw what happened the last time last year and this year when I went up. I'm shocked that the Muslim can walk straight in there, right over the top of you, and make it as though they own the place. You see, you fellas let them do that. I'm just saying it's you, the ones who are doing these bad things because it's money that's making you do that. Okay, you're getting paid and you're taking the money, little than 1% of what 100% we're going after. 100+% of what's stolen. We're going to recover a lot. That's what Musk and Trump said. We're going to get it all back. And you try and get it back. No, you're going to pay for it. That's what I've seen everything. And I'm going to make sure the next generation